can hit record. Hello and welcome, Million Mom Movement family. My name is Carmela Velarde, and I'm a council member in the Million Mom Movement. And I'm joined by my other members, Naiva Flore, Taz Ferreira, and Michelle Ricci. We're committed to looking for 1,000 caregivers in 100 communities to impact 10 lives each with our movements. And we're the educational and activism arm within the organic superfood company called Biome. It's pure and premium, what David Sandoval put together, and it's what's required to address the root cause with food as medicine. So today, we get to share how we manage seasonal stress effectively. And as a mom of a 9 and a 12-year-old with a practice in transformational health coaching, body work, and mental health, I can feel the collective consciousness suffering. I can feel, and I know that it's been challenging for many years through the pandemic, for many people, whether it's been with our health, with our mental health, with our finances, with our relationships. And please drop a 1 in the chat if you felt to live, you've been challenged to live on your growth edge and are ready to reboot this year. Are you trying to find ways to stay calm through the holidays? Through this holiday chaos, you'll be happy to know that you can actually access your nervous system through your digestive tract. And let your gut be your guide to calming your mind. The gut-brain axis awareness is where we focus our solutions to recommend for you a host of tools to nourish, to detox and purify. We're here to also assist in creating self-control and discipline, along with self-management tools, and to bring us all back to our connection to source through whole food phytonutrients with superfoods. So my council will share our tips and information, and I'm really excited about today's call. I think all of us are needing it and excited for the holidays. So I'm going to pass the mic on to Michelle Ricci in Colorado to share our In the News piece for today's Fierce Friday.
Thank you so much. I'm excited about today's call too. My name is Michelle Ricci, and I'm the newest member of the Million Mom Movement Council, and it is freezing cold sub-zero temperatures in Colorado right now, and we're doing our best to stay warm and stay hydrated and stay nourished. So this is a perfect time for the call with all of our family that's traveling and things that we may be doing, traveling and gearing up for company, and what better way than to discuss how we can keep ourselves calm. So I'm going to post a link here in the comments, and I'm going to share my screen on today's In the News piece, which I really wanted to bring in this gut-brain connection and talk about, what's going on and why this is so important to pay attention to nutrition and how the gut connects to the brain. So this is a great article by the Cleveland Clinic. It really brings everything together. It talks about the lesser known nervous system in our guts, or our second brain, and how it communicates between the gut and the brain. There's really two brains, one in our gut and one in our head. So how could a behavioral medicine specialist help me with my gastrointestinal problems? Well, up until recently, this really wasn't even a connection being made. I think a lot of yogis have known this for a long time, but and certainly God put food on the planet for us to reach for and made it brightly colored because of this connection, but it's not often talked about. And now I think that the paradigm is shifting a little bit. So the conditions of anxiety and stress provide a simple example. This article talks about anxiety and stress being a psychological concern, of what we know about gastrointestinal problems that can create the stress. And we also know it goes the other way. The gastrointestinal problems can create the stress, and the stress can create the gastrointestinal symptoms. So researchers are learning more about the connection between the nervous system and the body. And most of us are familiar with the central nervous system. It's made up of the brain and the spinal cord. It's a network of nerve and neurons, and it goes on to talk about how these nerve cell signals are communicated between the major organs of the body. But there's also the enteric nervous system, which is the nerves, the neurons, and neurotransmitters along the digestive tract. And this is so important because really, when you put something in your mouth, it's one tube that goes all the way through the digestive tract, through your system, and becomes eliminated. And I really think this is interesting because when you think about it like that, you can also think about the words and the conversations that you're having and the impact that they may have. You know, sometimes conversations just aren't easy to digest. Circumstances aren't easy to digest. You get a feeling in your pit of your stomach. I just have a gut feeling. And I really want to connect here that words cast spells and words are powerful, and it's all part of this gut brain axis and the connection to the gut and our nervous system. So the article goes on to talk about how exciting what's going on in the field of gut brain research and this crosstalk communication. Is really our limbic system, nervous system. It's put there to help us determine what's scary, what's dangerous, what's hot, you know, things. But it's also there to alert us of situations that may not be related to temperature or a burning building, but also conversations and disease. And so I really like how this article brings it all together. And this is so exciting to me, and obviously exciting to them, that the researchers are now studying the connection between depression, Alzheimer's, autism, multiple sclerosis, and other neuro conditions, and investigating even ulcers and constipation and GI symptoms. And I really want to just keep connecting it back to not just food and lifestyle and environment, but also the conversations that we're having, relationships and interactions, because it really is connected. So they go on to say that the fear of public speaking also causes the digestive system to slow down or speed up, depending on the GI disorder and the different symptoms that you can feel as a result. So that's the butterflies, that feeling in the stomach, that gut feeling that I was talking about. So then it goes on to talk about what GI odors might benefit from seeing a behavior specialist. And really, I want to connect it to all GI symptoms that you can really take neuroplasticity, brain retraining, and support the rehabilitation of your digestive tract by also connecting what's going on and the thoughts that you're thinking and the beliefs that you have as well. So if you happen to have somebody that you can lean on, whether it's a practitioner or a behavioral specialist or a counselor of some type, that understands that there is a connection between the gut and the brain, that's obviously going to support you even more. I think that psychology is the one area that doesn't really deal with the organ that governs what's going on with it. And so there's been a big lapse in research up until recently with how the gut plays a role in how you feel and even mental disorders. And so people with psychological symptoms not related to their GI conditions, like sometimes we can look at people who have episodes or obsessive compulsive disorders, even ADHD. And really, as a practitioner and as a mom, but as a practitioner, the first place I look when people are having mental health issues or are depressed or having obsessive thoughts is really looking at how can we rehabilitate the digestive tract and make that connection and bring that mind-body back into balance. So this is a fantastic article. It goes on to talk about other adjunct therapies. So big proponent of the nutrition therapy. And I love adjunct therapies. You're actually going to hear from Taz today, who's coming to us from one of my favorite adjunct therapies. And so these are some other ones: relaxation, CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy. It helps people with GI disorders change their brain, really change the way they're thinking about things. Gut-related relaxation trainings and biofeedback. And of course, our favorite is going to be nutritional therapies. So I encourage you to go and take a look at this article and consider what we mean by the mind-body connection, and just how much, yes, nutrition therapies and these other things, including neuroplasticity, brain retraining, understanding some epigenetics, and really good self-care practices can help bring us all together and help us stay calm through some of these challenging times, like seasonal stress, but also everyday issues that could, in fact, be resolved by approaching gut and gut rehabilitation. So with that, I'm going to pass it back to you, Carmela.
Thank you so much, Michelle. I too love adjunct therapies and believe in this holistic community's wealth of resources. So please go to the chat for that article so that you can share it on and you can read a little bit more deeply the details of what she shared. Thanks, Michelle. So let's get into the meat of it, or the vegan meat of it, the phytonutrient meat of it. We're going into our product line. So we're offering some ideas, some really great solutions of our product catalog to pass along to you. And I'm going to cover a few products, and so are my colleagues. And we're going to go into why we think they're beneficial at this time in managing stress. And did you know that there are 5 different types of depression? So we're needing to really learn all aspects of mental health as it relates to gut health as well. And some of them are preventable. And in this, in the social media community, a lot of people have been talking about different suicides that are happening in the celebrity world, in the public world. And it's shocking during this time. So we do want to be able to help people immediately. So please share this video on. And please have them connect in our social media platforms for this information, including the link to this article. So I'm going to start with my favorite product. And I think if anyone else is in this community, you know it very well, all too well, but it's the Powershake. So why is it so important to lead with the Powershake? Because, well, we are a superfood company. And initially we had started with the organic wheatgrass, Egyptian wheatgrass strain Kamut. That was our first product. But actually, Dave Sandoval, he loves to talk about how the Powershake is magic, liquid sunshine. And really, why is it? It's such a gentle food. It's a gentle food that's packed with micros and macros. And so for people who are, say, intermittent fasting, you're getting everything you need, from the A's to the Z's of nutrients, everything in between, but just a little bit of everything. And so what does that do to our nervous system? It allows us to nourish in many ways all at once. So that's why it's such a foundational piece, I find, with managing stress, is when people have at least one Powershake a day, you will start to feel the synergy of what phytonutrients can do for our body to provide the absorption of these nutrients. But it's, like I said, micro and macro. So what does it have in it? Well, it's one of our legacy drinks. It is gluten-free. And what I love it, for those who are sugar-free, there's an option for not apple berry. Some people have SIBO or Candida. You can have that option. And it really nourishes your body with super greens and healthy fats, but the healthiest of fats, which is called the rice bran solubles. Some people don't know that this is actually a fat, but it's the first ingredient. And we know that there are, well, Purium has over 300 acres in Thailand that we sequestered as privatized organic farming just for this one ingredient, because it's a very popular product that helps people to flush inflammation. Also then by getting what our body needs. It's slow burning carbs. It is really helpful. This rice bran soluble is really helpful for balancing hormones in a low calorie way. And what's in it? Well, this is what it's featured in. It's featured in almost all of our packs, our 30-day programs, our 30-day lifestyle, which is called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. We also have the same one plus the immune health, which is the Zinc Aide. And then we have the performance pack, and this is for athletes. We have an eco-friendly pack, and then the 10-day cleansing, which is a more of an immersion, the core for maintenance, the core for performance. And so all of these have Powershake as the primary shake that you can by default get. So let's look at its ingredients and why it's so powerful. It has a source of so many minerals, and that really helps to support the body with blood glucose levels, the body's immune system. Spirulina is a very powerful blue-green algae, and it's protein packed. There's a little bit of protein, there's a little bit of almost every other micronutrient, phytonutrient, but our spirulina is nature's multivitamin. So as you get these, this blend, you also get the carrot juice, the wheat grass, organic millet, amaranth, and they're all very rich in whole food fiber. So often when people ask, is this a shake that is thin? I said, actually, it's very thin, but the whole fiber is intact. So some people have aversion to texture. This is the most smooth green shake that I found, but it has rich fiber, B complex vitamins all in there, wherein, you know, it supports your blood sugar levels because it has high fiber. And when you take it first thing in the morning, you really do have that sense of satiation. The buckwheat, the quinoa, chia seeds, alfalfa leaf juice, organic grass juice. And then if you do get the apple berry, it has raspberry apple lohanguo, which is the sweetener. So that is absolutely my favorite shake out of our line. And if you have just one a day, you're gold. So the next product that I think is very important for us all to lean on is our Biomedic. It's a non-negotiable if you understand what gut health really is. So if we're going to be flooding our bodies with cellular nutrition, why not focus on always detoxifying the gut, like what Michelle said, the importance of it. Now, everybody asks me, well, how does it work? And so I had to make a reel out of it, but I actually show people this specific fact sheet, which is available to everybody in iShop Purium underneath the Powershake, more information. And there are specific ingredients that comprise this proprietary blend of pre and probiotic. And basically the Detox Project has certified that it does 3 claims to fame, which is detoxify glyphosate, the active ingredient in Roundup, from the gut microbiome by 74% within 6 weeks. So please do explore 60 days, explore 90 days, because it does take time. It's not just overnight, and it's not just glyphosate. It's also other heavy metals, different toxins, because if it can grab and pull out into the digestive tract glyphosate, it can also grab other toxins that are man-made and very much endocrine disruptors as well. So the pre-BioSure digestive wheat germ, it has a very small fraction of wheat, but very few people, even people who I found have celiac, don't have any kind of interaction, bad interaction with it, but test, of course, and see how you feel. We have another option if you do feel that the small trace of wheat is affecting you, and that's the Aloe Digest and the Ionic elements combined produce the same effects synergistically as the Biomedic blend does. So the chicory root fiber is the prebiotic fiber, and this is where we want to inoculate with good bacteria, flood it with also good bacteria to then allow the microbiome garden to flourish and heal. Because often when we have these man-made chemicals that are constantly moving through the tract, you're disturbing the villi. and that creates an inflammatory response. It might increase microns, little holes that where undigested food particles can pass through into the bloodstream and really cause systemic inflammation and pain, swelling, difficulty in so many ways, digestive tract pain. Skin health is very evident with this type of leaky gut response. The humic and fulvic acid blend, we have this in a few products in our catalog as well, including the dark berry protein, but this is a very potent blend where it feeds vital minerals directly to the gut to chelate away toxins that allow the villi to regenerate. So this is a very important component. And these trace minerals and antioxidants help support major body functions, including digestion, nutrient absorption, sleep cycle, immune function, skin, and gut health. Isn't that almost everything? So isn't that why we should lean on this for managing stress? Because I think stress affects us in every single one of these areas. I don't know, some people actually can't eat anything or have no appetite. So, and they can't sleep. So lactospore. So this is how the microbiome uses, this is the specific bacteria that the microbiome uses to eliminate the toxins and stop the poisoning of the body. These are some really powerful ingredients, guys. Is it safe for children? Yes. A lot of people ask that, but you might not want to take it in as much a dose as an adult. It's recommended dosage is for a 150-pound adult. So if it's for a 70-pound child, then just take it half the dose. And I'm going to move into the epigenous. So epigenous for stress. Well, for me as a mom, I know I have less stress knowing my kids take the epigenous and that they're having it. So I have less stress and they have less stress. So it's win-win. And what we say is try to get it in creative ways, because not only is it delicious, it has 20 organic superfoods, 20. So I don't know about you, if you're trying to get foods in your children daily through Whole Foods, it's not that easy to get 20 different superfood ingredients into the kids. So it has prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, greens, vitamins, and more. So how do we fit it all in one biodegradable Terra pouch? Well, we are a biodegradable packaging company. We're an all plastic-free company, except for our super amino 23s, which is manufactured outside of our manufacturing facilities. But, well, we fit it into a fruity chocolate shake, and it's delicious. And this is a great blog. I could put it into the chat later, but it has a wonderful blend of antioxidants and berries. It has a wonderful blend of protein that's all plant-based as well. I have, maybe I have it, maybe I don't. Yes, here's my recipe. And I spelled this wrong, sorry about that, but coconut cream, epigenous, vanilla extract, Himalayan salt. This is a recipe for a mousse. And it's delicious, guys. It has over 20 organic superfoods, 8 grams of protein, 7 veggie servings, 13 fruit servings, omega-3 fats, and this is the drum roll, but it has the glyphosate detox and prebiotic, which is the biomedic inside it. So it's really important to help people to consider, how can we help kids to get it in our bodies? Well, creative ways, besides just making it into this blender, which, by the way, if any kid takes a shake with this hand blender, it makes it frothy. You could put ice in it and it's a shake. It makes them also interactive with using it and doing it themselves. So make it fun. Epigenous. Yes. So the next product is more greens. So more greens. We don't talk about this too often, but we were also very much talking about vitamin D deficiency during this time, people having seasonal affective disorders with depression. I know right now it's sleeting and snowing in the Northeast, so there's no sun to be seen, but this is why we need to get that D from nutritional sources. And how does it affect us if we don't get D in our bodies? Well, there is so many different effects that can affect different systems in our body, like the skin, the eyes, and definitely blood health. So more greens, it actually combines chlorophyll for blood health, which is such an important and potent ingredient to get daily. This product actually combines so many benefits in one. It has ginseng and bee pollen. So it's a very unique blend that some people may not even know about in our catalog. But if you add it into even the Powershake or added a little bit into the Epigenous Kids, it packs in extra phytonutrients, greens, vitamin D. It has 100% vitamin D, I believe, here. And broccoli sprout, cabbage, parsley juice, kale, chlorella, ginseng, pineapple, bee pollen, wheatgrass powder, spirulina, oatgrass, rice bran, alfalfa, carrot, barley roots, wheatgrass again. So there's so many wonderful things. I think people need to tap into this product a little bit more. I would love for more people to know about this and utilize it. So I'm going to pass the word on to my colleague. Who's next? Taz. In the hyperbaric chamber over there is Laura. Share with us, Taz.
Thank you so much, Carmela. That was beautiful. So yes, as Carmela and Michelle mentioned, so I'm coming to you guys live from a hyperbaric chamber. So I mean, I feel like I'm in a spaceship. It's pretty awesome. I mean, what better way to come live and share this information of health? And we live this. This is a lifestyle. We live this each and every single day. So this is why we show you guys that you can do this too, right? Wellness is something that you need to do every day. Don't wait until you're sick. We believe in everything preventative. Okay, so we're talking about stress, right? And what factors can alleviate your stress. So we have our superfoods, and one of my favorites, I love that Carmela was talking about the Epigenous Kits. So I love the Epigenous Kits, but this is something that I don't cook with. I always like having it raw. So like in an ice cream or in a chocolate pudding. But the one that I like cooking with is the MVP protein, right? So I have some slides I would love to share with you. We're going to be talking about, okay, our vitamin D. And what is vitamin D? So vitamin D, we know it's a hormone that the kidneys produce that controls your blood calcium concentration. Did you guys know that? Where do you find vitamin D? So put in the comments, where do you think you find vitamin D? The sun, right? Yes. Through food? Yes, absolutely. And through supplementation, right? So there's two different forms of vitamin D. I'm going to be talking about that. So you have the vitamin D converts into something called cholecalciferol. So do you see the word calcium is in there? So the vitamin D is there designed to transport your calcium and your phosphorus. So this is why we say vitamin D is a hormone and it's very important for your bone health because it transports your calcium. And if you don't have adequate vitamin D in your body, you feel anxiety. You're going through depression. You're going through all of these things in your body and your immunity gets lower, right? So one of my favorite products I was talking about in the MVP family, right? And I love cooking with the MVP family. So in the mornings, you can actually add this to your kids' pancakes, to all the protein shakes. You can make this into muffins. You can actually cook with this. And there's an ingredient that's quite special in the MVP family. And that is the organic agaricus mushroom, okay? And this mushroom is traditionally believed to fight physical and emotional stress. It stimulates your immune system. It improves the quality of life in diabetics, reduce cholesterol, prevent osteoporosis. See, we're always going back to calcium, peptic ulcers, treat circulatory and digestive problems, and fight cancer. And there's another ingredient in the MVP family that I love, is that it has over 20 grams of protein. And why is this important? Because in the mornings, this is a time that your body needs its protein. So when your body is going through stress, what happens is that it releases cortisol. And when it releases cortisol, this actually increases your insulin. So this can make you go into diabetes quicker. So we love to have the protein in the morning paired with the adaptogenic mushroom. Another thing that I love and I take on a daily basis is zinc. So zinc is something that I've noticed so many people have residents that they don't want to take zinc because you know what happens? You can overdose on zinc when you're taking it in a supplementation form, in a synthetic form. But our zinc is actually made all through organic foods. And our zinc has all of its cofactors, the A, the D, and the E. So that's why it's called Zinc Aide. And zinc plays a significant role with respect to the stress response. And it helps sterilize your serum cortisol levels, right? We're talking about when you're stressed and your cortisol levels increase. And the zinc intake has been shown to temporarily inhibit cortisol secretion. So this is why we recommend taking 2 of your zinc in the morning with food and then 1 in the evenings. And in turn, prolonged stress will deplete zinc concentration in the blood. So low levels of zinc may lead to lower gamma aminobutyric acid, which is GABA, levels in the brain, a neurotransmitter that blocks specific signals to reduce fear, worry, and stress. So we got you. We understand during the holiday time, we're all going through stress. So we're showing you easy ways that you can support your body nutritionally. And Carmela was talking about the morgue grains. And there's something special in the morgue grains besides the bee pollen that I love, is the white American ginseng. So the white American ginseng, the white American ginseng, sorry about that. The white American ginseng is considered to be more cooling, and there's an Asian ginseng, right? So there's a cooling ginseng and there's a warming ginseng. So anyone who understands Ayurvedic medicine, they know that during the winter time, you want to have more cooling or more heat activating ginseng, right? And this one is more cooling than warming. They're both powerful, but they're all different. So the white American ginseng helps respond to stress and it gives you more energy. So just starting to adapt these simple techniques into your life, you will see massive results and it will help you be stress-free during the holiday season. So I'll pass it on to you, Michelle, to continue our list.
Thanks, Taz. That was beautiful. And the theme here is this digestive repair and rehabilitation. I love it. So what I want to talk about is extrapolate just a little bit more on that Aloe, Digest, and Ionic elements. I'm a true celiac, and actually I do find on the Biome, it has about the same amount of gluten as rice pasta. And if you're asking why does rice pasta have gluten, it's usually because it's made on shared equipment. And so there is that factor in there. So I do quite well on it. I find that the benefits of pulling the glyphosate out of my system is far more beneficial than any side effects that I may see from it. However, I don't recommend if you're celiac to take something that has wheat germ extract in it. That, of course, is a personal trial and error and a decision that you have to make. Just letting you know that I do fine on it. I take 1 to 2 Biome a day, but I also take Aloe, Digest, and Ionic elements to really support my system. The Aloe Digest is rich in polysaccharides. It's based in that organic coconut water, and I love mixing it with the cherry juice. So that is my go-to. If I have a headache, if I stub my toe, if I have an uncomfortable conversation, I am activated, or I feel like my nerves are activated, I love putting the Aloe Digest and the ionic elements in with the apothecary. Now, it's important to have the Aloe Digest and the ionic elements together to really get the same effects as the Biomimetic with the healthy digestion and the supporting of the immune function, that gut rehabilitation, and it even helps with nutrient absorption. The ionic elements are formulated with our fulvic acid. It has ocean trace minerals, and we use a rare source of humic and fulvic base in our blend, and our refinement method accelerates the concentration and the purity of it, and it leaves it with an okay taste, not so bad. We recommend using it in the Powershake or in some other drink, like I'm saying with the Aloe Digest. The ionic elements, also because it's full spectrum minerals, it supports healthy hair growth, skin, nails, and again, back to the immune function. And I know we concentrate on immune function, but really what interests me the most is the support that it's giving to the lymphatic system, which I really believe is our true immune system. If it's congested and if it's clogged, and if that gut microbiome isn't healthy, it's really not moving that lymph. And so this is important. You can combine Aloe Digest and ionic elements and be taking the Biomimetic during the day as well, and moving your body through different pulsations with these formulations. So next is the apothecary. This is such a favorite. I've actually started going through 2 bottles of these in a month because I really love not just having it at night to help my own melatonin production, and it's a natural source of melatonin, but I have it during the day in my water. I believe that it helps absorption and the assimilation of the water. It has extra antioxidants and phytochemicals that get absorbed, and it accelerates the absorption and the hydration on a cellular level. So it helps me with joints, that uric acid in my metabolism. It helps me with sleep, but really this is my go-to when I just want to take the edge off my day, really. And the other thing, you know, and of course it's going to combat that free radical damage. It helps with skin. It's a nerve tonic. It helps with liver and kidney filtration. It is an anti-inflammatory as well. So the next thing I want to talk about is the CBD. We went through a phase here in the past month where we thought we weren't going to have it. And I'm so happy to announce that CBD is here to stay. And let's talk about endocannabinoids and the human body, how it naturally produces these endocannabinoids. So endocannabinoids are present in various organs and tissues like the muscle, brain, circulating cells, and they become active when they bind with a cannabinoid receptor. So these receptors are located throughout the central and peripheral nervous system. They help to regulate bodily functions like pain perception, mood, sleep, immune system. And this endocannabinoid system is activated by the same phytochemical found in hemp, which is CBD. It's CBD1 and CBD2. Now, this is non-psychotropic, which means it doesn't alter the mind or behavior. The function of the endocannabinoids is to elicit calm. So we have the highest quality on the market. It combines 750 milligrams of full spectrum CBD as well as 750 milligrams of concentrated. So it really is a spectacular 1,500 milligram potency. We use CO2 extraction, so there's no chemicals ever used, and it's delivered in organic hemp carrier oil as a spray, and then it comes plain or with some organic peppermint. So I take about 6 shots of that sublingually, maybe a few times a day, depending on the day, just to help encourage my own cannabinoids to kick in, endocannabinoids to kick in, and elicit that sense of calm. So these are some of my favorites, how I use them, why I use them. Like Carmela says, these are non-negotiables in my apothecary because of the things that I'm working on, but they're safe for children, they're safe for adults because they're non-psychotropic, and these are our tools, you guys. These are our tools. We have them right here. And so it's just a matter of retraining ourselves, retraining our family. And that's how we retrain our gut and our digestive tract. And that's how we retrain our brain. You know, we can come at it and access the nervous system through the digestive tract. And that's what we're talking about here today. So, excuse me, with that, I'll pass it back to Carmela.
Oh, thank you so much, Michelle and Taz. Wow, what a wonderful share on these products that will help everyone manage their stress effectively through the holidays. And happy holidays, everyone. I know the company has been closed, but we're not, and we're not next Friday either. Do we want to ask any questions from the field? We have a little bit of time before we go into call to action. Would anyone else like to share or ask any questions? There's been a lot of questions in the chat that we've been fielding about zinc and vitamin D and different things.
Carmela, I think one of the biggest questions I see about all the different products is, are they safe for kids? Can I give my kids the apothecary? Can I give them the Powershake? And so maybe we can you can extrapolate a little bit on the safety of these whole organic superfoods for our children.
Yeah, so well, we were talking about the list of products we listed. All of them are absolutely safe, including the CBD. And I know this because I've actually been using them for all my kids, including more greens. So everything here, it's about dosage. But I will say, you know, some mamas really want to get it in immediately after breastfeeding, which you can do when you start to introduce, just say like whole foods. You can mix it in easily. I think it's the best thing for your baby anyway, because it's so easily absorbed. But I would say after the age of about 2 or about 2 would be ideal, especially for chocolates. Anything with the epigenous, I wouldn't introduce till after age 2. But just remember, it's about the amount of dosage and the weight, because some kids are rather tall and large as well. So I know Taz's daughter is so tall already, so she's taking full dosages now. And my kids as well. My daughter is doing a full core 4, core 5 daily at the same dosage as I am, but she's 5'1" and she's about 110 pounds. So yeah, that's it. Otherwise, we have another page specifically for mamas, which is Sacred Superfoods for Birth and Beyond. And that's really helpful because that's a mama community for postpartum as well. If you want to join that Facebook group, we encourage that. It's admin through people in our community in the Million Mom, including Annie Ibarra, who is an admin on that page, which is David Sandoval's partner. Does anyone else have any questions, or would you like to add on to that, Taz?
No, that is complete. I feel that as soon as a child starts eating solids, then you can start introducing the Powershake. You can add it to the oatmeal, to the rice cereals, the apothecary in applesauce. But we always say legally over the age of 2, but to your discretion.
Thank you. I know you said applesauce, and that's so true. It's so easy to get it in through that food. Allison Greenbaum. I just asked you to mute.
Hello, ladies. Always a pleasure being on your call. Can you clarify if that Biomedic preclinical study with the removal of glyphosate up to 74%, do you know if the participants were having 1 or 2 biomedics a day, every day for 6 weeks?
I believe the study's 2 a day. And Dave was saying that initially, if somebody has an acute gut health issue, to load with 2 and 2 initially, but then go back to always 1 and 1. one in the morning, one at night. But the study itself is, I believe, 2 a day. And he encouraged that recently through a Zoom. I think it was a Products and Passion Zoom, where he was saying, please take it back, everyone, to 1 in 1 daily for the majority of people. Go ahead.
And he specified that they did not change anything else in their diet.
You can find that report in the blog, and there's so many links in the iShop Purium. If you pull down the menu, more videos and more suggested use ingredients, there's a lot there. And they're going to continue, by the way, filling out the descriptions for each of the products, because people have been asking me about the fact sheets. Are they going to be available for every single product? Because the field has been asking. So absolutely, it's a growing project. Cecilia. Hi, Allison. Thank you. I just asked you to unmute, Cecilia.
Yes, good afternoon. I was just curious if you can hear me okay. For folks that have children with ADHD, can they take the CBD spray, and would that be probably helpful? So, you know, to maybe do the calming. I'm assuming so, but was just curious.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. ADHD, yes. And so much of what we've found scientifically about ADHD is it's nutrition related, it's nutrition deficient related and toxin connected.
Exactly.
So we did a learn. Taz and I had done a lunch and learn on ADHD. So please get that. It's in our YouTube channel, and we do indications of, you know, what we recommend, and CBD was on the list.
One of them. Okay, excellent. Thank you much.
You're welcome.
All right, bless you.
God bless. So if we don't have any other questions, we can go into call to action. This is our activism piece that we would love everybody to participate with us doing. So Taz, can you share on that?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Okay, so today we're going to be talking. Sorry, the spaceship is moving. So today we're going to be talking about nature's best plant-based vegan protein. Okay, doesn't it sound healthy? Nature's best, right? So we went onto Instagram to try to look to find, this is what we normally do. We go onto Instagram and we type in the company, and then we leave a comment, right? But what happened when we went on Instagram this time, we couldn't find their page. We know that they're owned by Procter & Gamble, but there was no individual page for Nature's Best. So we did the next best thing. We went to Amazon, right? I know we don't like supporting Amazon, but we have to find a solution and get this information out there. Okay, so we typed in Nature's Best. When you type in protein, because when I just type in Nature's Best, you don't get the exact protein. So when you type in Nature's Best, here we find it, okay? And this is how a lot of these companies, you think it's healthy. You think this is something that's good because they have the labels that it's plant-based, that it's vegan, that it's 0 sugar, and I believe it's keto as well. So you see the monk fruit sweeteners, the amino acids, and you think to yourself, well, this might be healthy. And it also says organic pea protein, but you see that there is no labeling for certified organic. And what we found out in our Poison in Our Daily Bread, that this protein actually contains over 70 parts per billion of glyphosate. That is a lot. So on this page, we will be going to the comments. So go into your Amazon and type in Nature's Best protein. We will go to the customer questions and answers. So I guess I'll have to go to customer review. This is a new way for us to do this. Okay. Where do I comment?
Take out your phones, guys, and do it together with us.
Yes, let's do this together. The power is in numbers. Write a review. Okay, here we go. Let's write a review. We have to put the stars. Okay. So what's most important to know? Add a title. Glyphosate. Okay. And in our Million Mom movement page, one second. I already put the script, what to write, but we would love for you guys to all make this your own. Okay, you don't have to say it word for word, make it your own, make it as impactful. Let them know that it has come to your attention that there's over 70 parts per billion of glyphosate in their product, and if they're looking to do anything about it, because maybe they don't know, right? They haven't done the testing. Maybe no one has been complaining about it. So if we bring this to their attention, we are hopeful that they will do an action, and then we submit. So what you do is you can do a screenshot of what we just did together, and then you can go onto our Facebook of Million Mom Movement, our Instagram page, Million Mom Movement, and then you can repost that and you can tag us and we will be resharing it. So Instagram does not have an Earth's Best, Nature's Best plant-based vegan protein. Okay. So I can't wait to see all the comments, and let's do this all together. Okay, I think we are doing, back to you, Carm. We're doing the pledge now.
Yes, this is a great way so we can follow along what she's doing so we can do it ourselves. We do want you all to participate and just follow along. And also on our Facebook official, Million Mom Movement official group, please visit us there for all the links that we've included in our Zoom today and the replay that's in our YouTube channel. So we're going to move to our pledge. So I'd love to call on somebody from our community to read it, if you wouldn't be so. If you'd be so bold to raise your hand and let us know who it would be this week. How about, I'm going to call on someone. Okay, Allison Greenbaum. Hold on a moment. I'll ask you to mute and I'll pull it up.
Million Mom Movement pledge. I pledge to defend the health of myself and my family. I pledge to choose organic foods that are minimally processed and free from man-made ingredients. I pledge to read labels and educate myself on all aspects of clean living. I understand that my actions today will positively impact the health and environment of future generations. I am committed to sharing this movement of many. I am the Million Mom Movement. millionmommovement.info.
Woohoo! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for today, everyone. Please reach back out to the person who invited you here. We would love to invite you to our Million Mom Movement official group page, like I mentioned earlier. Please like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Instagram pages, and follow our Twitter page. So if you have not yet seen any of these, please just tap into our community, hashtag Million Mom Movement, or I am the Million Mom Movement, or we are the Million Mom Movement. If you've got kids and you have posts, including them, please include the we are, and we'll find you. And then we'll post you onto our socials, which we want to really display. What is our community doing? What are we sharing? What's our message? Thank you so much for that. And next week's topic is tips for creating healthy habits, healthy, happy hour superfood parties, guys. So it's the holidays. You know what? When you're just seeing your family and friends, just pull it out of your cabinet. That's a party. And if you have a moment to show them a video of maybe the farm to family, that would be a really great short documentary to show them. So this is December 30th. Next Friday, we're going to see before the new year. So thank you so much for joining us. If you want to follow our Instagram and all links and replays, it's the link in our bio in our Instagram. So that's the one-stop shop for all links. Okay? So we'll see you again next week. Happy holidays for those who celebrate Christmas. We will see you again. Bye for now.